Howdy. Thought I'd talk about personal wish of mine for MLB The Show, and that is referring to the fielding broadcast camera. The one that they've had in place since '10, I believe, is it's actually a pretty nifty broadcast camera. It is something like you would see on TV. There are some similarities, however, there are some major differences as well. The old fielding cameras that they used to have, and they still have in place in their game, in fact, are ones which pan and track and follow closely behind the ball, while having different heights. There's a low, medium, and high, and they have the new broadcast cam where it, for the most part, stays in a stationary position once the ball's put in play, and it zooms in and follows it. So I'll show you the one that is in an exhibition game, and then I'll show you the one that I wish that they would put in for regular games as well. Now, I'm only using one hand for the controller, so bear with me if I don't. Here, I'll bun it actually. So I'll put it in play. Now, this is important, and this is actually why I want to show it. As you just saw there on that play, I bunted it down the third baseline. Any ball to the left side, third baseline, etc., will have a camera that is, instead of behind home plate, which is the normal only broadcast camera that you would see in a regular MLB game, instead they have it down the first baseline. I'm sorry, the camera is behind the first baseline, and it looks down the third baseline and down left field. If a ball is in center field, yeah, they'll square it up. In fact, I'll try and bunt one right back to the pitcher. This will be an example of a... Hopefully I get it. This will be an example of a ball that is... Nope. This will be an example of a ball that is right up the middle, and the camera will be right behind home plate, which is more of a typical... come on, guy. Which is more of a typical broadcast camera that you'd see. One sec, come on. There we go. Okay, so what you see here, I wish I could pause it better. There we go. What you see here, let's go to save screenshot. Alright, so what you see here is more of a typical broadcast camera. By that I mean, even if you had hit it to the third base side or to the first base side, the camera would still be behind home plate. And this is what you see in a regular MLB game. This is kind of what you'd see. The difference, which I will point out in Home Run Derby later, the difference is that this one is a little too low, as in the camera itself is kind of like lower in height. It might be in like the first deck, or the, who knows, maybe the top of the first deck or something, whereas normal cameras, they're maybe somewhere up in the second deck or between the second and third deck. And that's also important for gameplay reasons, because it'll help you track the distance in the ball and what it's doing and where it's going to land and stuff. I think that's pretty important. So I'll do one more. I'll try and bunt it up the first baseline, which will then mean that the camera will be behind the third baseline. Joel Mauer's not much of a bunter. Let's see. Campbell's saying he shouldn't be bunting. Alright, well, this might not work, but the point of it is that I would like to see in-game a broadcast camera that is oh well, that one's behind center again, but anyway, you know, if you've played this game, what it looks like. So now I'm going to quit and I'm going to go to Home Run Derby. The point is that I want to see a camera like in Home Run Derby or like in Major League Baseball. They're almost the same. You can probably point out differences in them a little bit depending on the stadium. I'd say it's kind of like the Fox Saturday baseball cam. That's what Home Run Derby's like. It's still a little low, but I'll take it. I'll just pick Huff here. Oh, pick Huff twice. Sure. Oh, well, the game's frozen, apparently. Oh, here we go. Okay. What was I saying? So, I like to see a camera that's more like this one in Home Run Derby. And what you're going to see is it's a little bit higher up, and it always stays behind home plate, no matter where it's hit. If it's hit right down the right field line, left field line, right up the middle, whatever, it comes from behind home plate, and again, it's higher up than the other broadcast camera. And I'd like to see this in the normal game. I know I keep saying the same thing, but I'm trying to buy some time with words. I don't really know what else to say while this game's loading. And I should be able to hit it fine. Yeah, see, now it's just silence. Now I don't know what to say. That's just the one wish that I'm looking for. You actually do see this camera for no-doubter home runs in the regular game. So it's the camera that it turns to. So, alright, so you can see it there. So I hit a ball down the right field line. Now, in an exhibition game, and maybe for that one too, in an exhibition game, if a ball's hit to right field, the camera itself will be positioned behind the third baseline, and it will be looking up the first baseline. And it wouldn't be quite this high. I don't know if you remember seeing the difference. In fact, I'm trying to use the contact swing. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't hit it out. But if you remember when I went to this shot here at the Chicago stadium, the camera was a lot lower, right? You know, it was angled a lot lower. In fact, you could even rewind this video probably to about the 2-minute mark, and you'd see it for yourself. So this one's a lot higher up in position, and it always stays behind home plate. That's something that's more true to life, as in a real broadcast camera, just like how they have real pitching cameras in this game. And actually, they're tied into the specific stadiums. So that one's a home run. But anyway, that's the one wish I'm talking about. You can rewind and fast forward and stuff and see what I'm really talking about. Yeah, see, this replay shows a good idea of what a good broadcast cam would look like. Anyway, so that's my one wish. I'll try and hit one down the line again and show you. Well, not quite like that, but to try and show you that, you know, I think the reason why they never went for this is because they thought that it would be kind of hard to field with. Maybe you couldn't see or perceive the ball that well. Now I'm just swinging blindly. I can't even hit it well. Anyway, yeah. So that you know, that the reason they did that camera instead of this specific broadcast camera is for gameplay purposes. But you know, I can see that ball down the line just fine. I can judge it. Obviously, I couldn't field that because it's a home run. But you know, I think you can do some things with it. And to left field, same thing. I mean, you know, I think that looks pretty good. Anyway, so let me know what you think. Let me know if this is possible to do. This is directly for SCEA. If you'd like to check it out, and yeah, just give me feedback on it. Tell me in the comments what you think, and talk to you later.